Currently, 85% of the money made by the American weight loss industry comes from women. But things might be changing. Dr. Ian Smith is the author of the best-selling Shred, the Revolutionary Diet. Dr. Smith is also a member of the President's Council on Fitness, Sports, and Nutrition, and he is here to talk about men's diets. Doctor, good morning.
Good to see you.
Very good to see you. Are things change? How do men diet in the first place, and are things changing?
Well, it's interesting. It's not that men are more disciplined when it comes to dieting. It's that men approach dieting differently. Men don't want to feel like they're on a diet. Men look at it in a competitive standpoint. And by the way, men lose more weight than women. It's a biological issue. Men tend to have more lean muscle mass, increases their resting metabolism, therefore they lose more weight. So I always say to people, to women, never compare yourself to your spouse or your significant other because it's a biological issue, not whether or not you have the willpower.
Yeah, I've played that annoying game.
Anita's giving you funny looks right now.
You know, it's interesting, though, because the research is actually showing that men are more disciplined, which I hate to admit, but why do you find that?
Well, I don't know if it's an issue of discipline. In my program, I have found that it's not about discipline. It's that when men decide they want to go on a diet, they go for it. They're not interested in the nutritional science.
But I also read that it said men only start to diet when they are 50 pounds over or more, and then they say it's time, so they have more to lose, right?
Well, they do have more to lose, but men also say, listen, it's not about dieting, it's about getting in shape. A woman says, I'm going on a diet. A guy says, I want to get in shape. For a man, it's a challenge. It's following your idol who's also on a diet, which a lot of these programs are now using spokespeople because men follow idols. But for women, it's about a process. They're dieting. It's almost like a trend for some women. For men, it's like, okay, listen, I'm getting in shape. This is how I'm going to do it.
Can we talk about some of these programs, because these companies are making plays now for men in the diet market? Nutrisystem is one of them.
Right. So they're trying to make it appealing to men. They have packaged meals, more calories, and protein. Men love protein when dieting, and the anonymity. Men, once again, do not want to feel like they're on a program or for it to look like they're on a diet program.
You mentioned that appeal of protein, so we, of course, have to mention the paleo diet because that really is centered around protein.
Yeah, we know, interesting. There's a lot of protein, a lot of meat, fish, and eggs. It's easy to follow meal plans, and also it's like being like a caveman. Men like that. That's the idea of the philosophy. It's like eat like the cavemen ate, and men like that.
I like this a lot.
You like that?
People know the Atkins diet as well.
Sure.
Are more men doing the Atkins diet?
Well, they are now, and men love that because it limits the intake of carbohydrates, which is fine, but you don't need to count calories, and guess what? It's easy to eat out. When men want to go out, they just want to eat very easily and not think about what are the calorie countings, what is the nutritional information. You just eat out very easily.
You mentioned following celebrities. Weight Watchers has really endorsed Charles Barkley, and I think that made it a lot more accessible to guys. I'm a Weight Watchers girl myself,
okay.
So I know all about the program, but they're actually saying, in the past we might have heard that calories are different for men and women. They're saying the body is processing it the same way. Is that?
Absolutely. And I found in my own program that even though I have men losing a lot more weight, I found that they're eating the same type of food, doing the same type of exercise, but it's the baseline heavier or faster metabolism that's making a big difference.
Dr. Ian Smith, always a pleasure. Thank you for coming by.
Frustrating to hear, but thank you.